Howdy y'all, I'm Daniel Glynn. As part of our course, Disasters in Society, our group, Group 7, will be presenting to you our volcanic mitigation plan we call GUAVA, or Guatemala Volcanic Evacuation. Other members who will be joining us today include Mariano, Eliza, Gina, and Sohan.
I want to go over where the project will take place, which is the Esquitina Department of the Republic of Guatemala. Now, Guatemala in general is divided into 22 departments, and the country is considered one of the most active areas in the world. However, other natural disasters have been known to occur here, such as hurricanes and landslides are also common here. However, volcanoes here are considered the most dangerous geological hazard that the country has been experiencing frequently. And this is most commonly due to the region being located under a subduction zone. Now, the subduction zone is right between the Cocos and the Caribbean plate, right in the center of the equator. And however, only a few volcanoes here are considered active, but they're among one of the most deadly volcanoes that the world has been experiencing. One of these volcanoes is known as the Volcán del Fuego, which has been frequently erupting every 1 to 2 years. One of its last eruptions occurred in 2018, which resulted in the deaths of hundreds of people, and two towns that have been destroyed that are beyond repair. So we hope that this project could help people in the future.
Hi, my name is Gina Torres, and I'm doing the region/community. So the most prominent communities affected by volcanic reactions are those directly surrounding the Volcán de Fuego, those like San Miguel Los Lotes, El Rodeo, and etc. The estimated population of this region is around 778,000 residents in the Escuintla department, with many living in high-risk zones near the volcano. The main population affected by the active volcano are those in impoverished villages near the base of the volcano, including the indigenous communities.
Hello, my name is Elisa Concepcion, and I'm going to be talking about the description of the hazard. This volcano is a stratovolcano, and it has a steep conical shape. It's seen constant activity with many small explosions happening every 15 to 20 minutes, and it has had over 60 major eruptions in the last 500 years. It poses a major risk to anyone living in the area around it because of the pyroclastic flows. They can travel from 70 to 450 miles per hour and have temperatures ranging from 100 to 700 degrees Celsius. On June 3, 2018, the volcanic mudflows killed over 200 people and destroyed many communities because of failed evacuation plans. Many remain vulnerable with inadequate evacuation infrastructure.
Hi guys, my name is Sohan. So for this project, we believe that this mitigation technique is appropriate for the community because it addresses and improves upon the previously seen inadequate evacuation routes which had poor coordination and costed many lives. It's also a community appropriate and focuses on sustainable and locally maintained infrastructure. Training workshops also empower local volunteers and community leaders. Additionally, it's cost-effective as it mainly prioritizes route improvements, signage, and training over the use of any complex technology.
Having this pre-planned evacuation route is important for pyroclastic flow hazards because these flows move extremely fast, follow predictable valley paths, and can be anticipated through seismic warning. The best bet for people across these communities to escape is if clear, established routes already exist. Since these eruptions are recurring, some sort of long-term evacuation infrastructure is essential.
So, for a description of our mitigation plan. Our plan stems from the idea that current evacuation routes may not be sufficient. Think about it. During a volcanic eruption, how would you escape? If you lived in a developed area, you would probably say highways and public routes, but what would you do if you lived in a remote area and those options weren't available to you? Our mitigation system creates a new route available to locals where others may be lacking. The plan provides for a community-maintained escape route to prioritize human life in the case of disaster while avoiding a costly and huge public project, putting less strain on funding and making it more realistic for a poor country and its communities. The route will go along the fastest and most efficient paths for evacuation and be unpaved for cost benefits and ease of maintainability. The local communities will initially be provided tools, equipment, and training. The plan will be an investment into this community just as much as it is an investment in evacuation infrastructure. So, you may be wondering, what exactly makes our plan feasible? Well, the feasibility of our plan hinges mostly on our community-maintained implementation. Guatemala, especially when it comes to small communities like this, can't afford large and expensive public projects. To remedy this, a small amount of public funds will be allocated to provide local communities with equipment needed to maintain these routes, with support for initial construction and training. The scale and community aspect ensures that this project can be completed and maintained as efficiently as possible. Initial funding, construction, and training can also be managed in collaboration with any supporting NGOs such as Engineers Without Borders, who could provide training and help mitigate local corruption.
For its long-term sustainability, we want to make sure that this model stays running for future generations, and we will achieve this by implementing a community ownership model. We will train local leaders and volunteers, will establish and maintain groups within the community, and this model is based off the Global Facility for Disaster Reduction and Recovery. They say that results are seen in numbers, and they have observed that community-based training is extremely useful for longevity.
We want to thank y'all so much for listening to our presentation. Thank you and bye.